Konnichiwa, hajimashite, konnichiwa desu, and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. But before I get to the video, I'd like to make an announcement. So if you guys are in Southeast Asia, Girls on Panzer Dream Tank Match has recently been released, and for those living in the Philippines, go grab your local copy at your local game store, because pretty much after my classes ended, I decided to pick one myself up. It costs around 2,495, but if you're going to pay it for cash, it's discounted at $100 or 100 pesos. Still got that US dollar feeling. So anyway, this is the game itself, and what you could expect is that you're going to get an early purchase bonus, and you're going to get a code where you can unlock some certain DLC features, and along with that, you can get your own limited edition stickers. So what the sticker contains are your Ori crew, Miho, and we've got these decals of different high schools, as you can see here. You've got Ori, Gloriana. You've also got the Anglerfish, Turtle Team, Rabbit Team, and you got some Bokos. Absolutely cute. So from what I was told, that these stickers aren't really going to be reproduced again. So guys, for those in the Philippines, if you guys could spare the money, or you can find your time to buy it, go grab it. Don't make a mistake. If you're a big fan of Girls on Panzer, guys, I fully recommend that you need to get this game early before they run out of stocks, because from what I was told, it will take a long time before they could be able to stock again. Probably 6 months, half a year, or even a year. So anyway, let's get into the video. With that said, Girls on Panzer Dream Tank Match has recently been released. Why not celebrate the release by playing the 3 GuP Collection tanks in the game? So what we've got here is the Kuromori Mine, the Anko, and the Hetzer Comi Sp, locally known as Momokawashima's Hetzer, pretty much the crew voice that I'm using right now. You've got Miho's Panzer 4, and you've got Maho Nishizumi's Kuro Tiger tank. So let's get to the Panzer 4 first. So what the Anko is basically is that it's basically a fully upgraded Panzer 4 using the long 75mm gun. Although the difference is that it gets some side skirts, which come quite in handy when you need to side scrape. It negates also the shots of heat rounds, which means that you can either it's going to most likely absorb HE or heat rounds. So pretty much it comes in handy because your sides are weak as hell. So aside from that, you also got some Space Stormer here on the turret, which provides additional protection. And honestly, it's very unique, just in a way that it's got a different paint scheme. It's not in the German tree, but it's in the Japanese tree, because of course this tank was featured in an anime, so why not? So aside from that, there's pretty much nothing that I could say about this tank, except that this is my favorite of the trio, and not because it's a medium tank, but there's just something unique that I can easily play this a lot more, and pretty much it's much more comfortable to play than playing the Kuro or the Hetzer. So my suggestion for this is that whenever you're in an urban city, always try to side scrape, and when you're sniping, make sure you only show your turret, because your front is really weak. Its armor only ranges from 50 to 80mm at most, and you can expect some guns of the same tier to go through your tank. Especially, you've got that cupola there, that large, bulky cupola. I would really suggest that do some peekaboo tactics. But anyway, let's go take a look at the Kuromori Mine. So at first glance, it's basically a Tiger 1. Or it's basically like the Tiger 1 without the long 88. Basically, it's very comparable to the VK3601, except that the Kuro has a less reload time. It's lagging behind in the rate of fire category, although it makes it up for for a better armor, because it's a Tiger. Who couldn't even say no to a Tiger at tier 6? And it's got a much better side armor and rear armor at 82 millimeters, which means it can side scrape much more effectively than on the VK3601H. And don't get me started on the turret. It's absolutely bouncy, except when the enemy is going to be able to shoot you at this cupola here, at the spot right here, or underneath the turret, which jams the turret. So anyway, personally, I don't like this tank compared to the Anko, but I love to play this tank. I guess my impression on the Kuro is that it's basically a Tiger at tier 6, but distinct characteristic, and pretty much that's the one thing that makes it very, very fun to play. And it's got a very bouncy armor as well. And pretty much guns from tier 4 to 5, and pretty much it's... I accidentally said tier 4, right? So anyway, pretty much some guns at tier 5 wouldn't really be able to go through your front, which means that you can actually dominate some battles. Maybe except when you're going against an ARL. So anyway, moving on. Now the next tank on the trio, and probably the most recent one released, was the Hetzer Comi Sp. Now basically it's just a normal Hetzer, but it doesn't have that derp gun. It only has that 75mm. But the best thing about this Hetzer, comparing it with the same Hetzer from the German tree mounting the same gun, is that it's got a much better rate of fire. That's so far the only thing that I could say about this thing. But there's still some distinct characteristic of this tank, and I really couldn't place my finger on it. Although I didn't really have that much fun trying to play this thing, and I'd rather much prefer to play the Anko. So pretty much that ends my comments on the trio. All of them are really good to play. They're fun to play. Although if you're looking for a lot more fun, you can either go settle for the Anko or the Kuro. And probably if you're a TD enthusiast at tier 4, you can probably be able to pull off cool games, some nice awesome games in the Hetzer Comi Sp. So anyway, let's go take a look at some gameplay to see at how the Anko, the Kuro, and the Kame perform in some gameplay. So we're in Mine Ruins, and pretty much we are on a not so favorable matchmaking here, because we're matched against tier 6s, and the gun on this thing is very unreliable at some times, so we're gonna have to either shoot very accurately on weak spots or just load up a VCR. So anyway, going on to the medium side here, the usual flank for mediums. And I realized that I don't want to get myself caught up on the front, so maybe we could try doing some snipes here. And unfortunately, we have a T1 heavy. We gotta push back. They don't have that much of a good penetration, so we're going to let our allies eat the shots. Come on. There we go. Come on, Mr. Chino, eat the shots for me. Come on. Come on. Yes! We managed to take out that T1. And I'm going back on my usual position, and this 3485 wants some. I'm gonna go help this Chinu. Unfortunately, our shots bounce, so I gotta reload again. This is the bad thing about this gun. It reloads slowly, and pretty much you really don't want to get yourself trapped for a long time outside there. So I gotta pull back. I need to pull back. I really can't exchange there. So what can I possibly do right now? Maybe try to go after this M6, but unfortunately our allies are kicking him out. Our ally is already kicking him out. He gets taken out. So maybe this Churchill 3. Maybe. I gotta load an APCR because it's a Churchill. 2, 1. Watching out for that 34. Come on, we gotta reload fast. Come on. Come on, gun. Work with me. And of course, he decides to shoot me, but either way, we take him out. And we see that T-34 alone there. And I guess he should be easy meat for us. He's AFK. So, pretty much that was a nice okay sweep there. and we are already literally kicking the enemy's arses. To be able to finish him off. Come on, gun, work with me. Come on. Aww. Thanks a lot, Mr. Nashorn, for stealing my kill. There. So pretty much that was an average game. That wasn't that really that much. Although, at least I hoped that I was able to highlight at some certain strengths and weaknesses of this thing. It rather excels at a very good sniping role. Although the accuracy, or rather, I mean the penetration, is really unreliable at times, and you're gonna have to really shoot some APCR at times. So you gotta make your shots very properly hit. So now let's go take a look at the Kuro and see if it will perform better than the Anko. So in this map, of course, sometimes whenever I play the heavies, I still go on the center because I'd like to utilize that hold down position over there. So pretty much, I gotta go aggressive with this thing, given that. But although it may not be advisable for this to be going on that area there, because they have medium tanks with a better penetration, or maybe except for this Comet. We put a shot onto him on the go, and I gotta go to where the Type 62 is, because that's the spot where I can be able to be more effective and put out some deal of damage. Fortunately, they hide themselves behind women's skirts, and there's really nothing for me to shoot here. Maybe unless if I could be able to put myself on another position. Oops, sorry, Mr. Type 62. So this Type 58 is positioning himself in a spot where I can't be able to shoot him, but this empty isn't. Put a shot onto him, and he's now reduced to being a one-shot. So I decided to load an APCR and take him out. Sorry about that. So anyway, this E25. Nice. Oh. Damn. I'm seriously not in an advisable position here because I am blocking my ally's shot here. And pretty much, this is a really confusing engagement right now. I managed to get that Kuro's ammo rack off, but unfortunately he repairs, and this VK, it has some side shots, so I'm just not going to put myself on that position again. I just gotta push on this other side here instead. So anyway, I should be able to spot the Kuro from here. You see the Kuro, put a shot into him, we reload. I decided to push, given that my Type 58 partner over there is already pushing. Gotta go on the front, maybe on the sides. Come on, go faster. Gotta go fast. Come on, Tiger, go fast. And this E25, we're able to be ready to take him out. And this Kuro wants some. Come get some. Come on, reload, gun, reload. And unfortunately, I screwed my shot up there, and now he's got some nice shots on my front. Either way, he's finished, and so is this VK. What more can I say? So that was quite of a decent game. We did 1,895 damage with 3 kills. Although it wasn't that much of a good round, it was just decent. But I hope that I was able to show just how effective the Kuro could be in some certain situations, especially when you try to consider the terrain and how you position your tank much well. So now let's go take a look at the Kame to see if it gets quite better. Oh no, the Kame. It looks rather... Oh jeez, it's got 7.9 seconds of reload. That's not really good. But Anyway, I guess with the crew voices that I actually packed onto this as a mod, maybe this would actually turn out in our favor. So we go to position ourselves on the front, at least such in a way that we can be able to put some shots, because this tank really I honestly feel like that I really can't snipe with this thing, so I just gotta go forward. And we see that there's the Lux on the other side over there, so I decided to go there. And pretty much our team's going after him too, so why not? And we can see that most of the enemy team is sniping in the back there, so I guess we're safe, maybe. Come on, go faster, come on. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's go after this Lux. 3, 2, 1. Come on, reload faster. Come on. Ah, no. Oh well. So anyway, the one thing to note about this thing is that it's got a slow reload, and honestly, it's really not that fun when you've got like 7.9 seconds of reload and you're a tier 4 tank. Honestly, I'd rather be playing the Sentinel at this situation here right now. You see this Chihei? Gotta go push on him. And unfortunately he gets taken out. Pretty much, this was rather a slow round. I really wasn't able to showcase the Hetzer's strengths and weaknesses here. But one thing to note is that this gun, the gun on this thing, is rather weak. Or rather weak in terms of the reload time. But it's not weak comparing it into the penetration. But this thing gets some decent gun depression, which allows you to bounce some shots, as you can see there. Unfortunately, we're not bouncing shots. He may be shooting APCR. Yes, he's shooting APCR there. Come on, we gotta push. And unfortunately, we see this SU. Come on, turn around. There we go. Ah, come on, DW. Don't cover me now. Oh my god. Come on, let's go try to take out this SU. And unfortunately, we screwed up our shot there. That was a bad idea. But either way, this KV is gonna be able to take him out anyway. So I shift my focus on this Leopard. See this Leopard here? And he's not using the autoloader. He's using the 5cm gun. So can we be able to finish him? No. And pretty much that's the disadvantage about this thing. It doesn't have that much good of a reload. So you're gonna probably be able to have a hard time to try to put in your shots in terms of the time, because like it's got 7.9 seconds of reload. It could have been better. It could have been 5 seconds or something. And yes, the gun is unreliable at times. Come on, here we go. We gotta stay hold down here. Come on. Gotta put another shot on him. Yes, we can. Oh god, I'm not in a good position here. Someone help me. Can we put a shot on him? Yes, we can. Come on, don't finish me off now. And luckily the Churchill just decides to finish him off at the last second and at the last minute. That was quite an okay round. We dealt 1,404 damage. We didn't take out any tanks, but we actually managed to get a Confederate medal. We shot nearly everyone. Oops. We shot like 5 tanks out of 7. And pretty much that just goes to show that there, in some certain situations, the comic can be rather fun. But when you've got like 7.9 seconds of reload, it's not really fun at all. So I hope I was able to showcase the strengths and weaknesses of the Kame, the Kuro, and the Anko. Although it's not much of a showcase, because this video is only like a sort of a tribute to expect the release of the rather coincide the release of the Dream Tank match of the GuP game. Although one thing to note is that I was really surprised that I was bouncing some shots on the Kame there. And pretty much, in some certain situations in the right hand, it can still be fun. So, of all the three, if there's going to be another Girls on Panzer event, I would fully recommend that you get the Anko first. It's absolutely fun, no doubt about it. And if you'd like some heavy action, go take the Kuro. Or if you'd like to really be a sneaky or like a cheeky scrub, get the Kame. So for the future, if there's going to be any future Girls on Panzer events, I would surely love to see that Wargaming would be able to grant us the Sherman from Saunders, the Firefly from Saunders again, or the St. Gloriana Churchill, the Matilda, or maybe even the Mark 1 Centurion, although this is the 7/1. I sold the Mark 1 already. But anyway, I just hope that if time decides to be welcoming to us, I hope that there's going to be another Girls on Panzer event that is as good as last year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider giving it a like down below, subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Girls on Panzer collection, and what's your favorite tank among the three, and pretty much share a little bit on how you play it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've all been awesome, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next video and in the battlefield.